We have Leigh-Anne from Little Mix who's going to be joining us first, and after her we have Stoneboy, an Afrobeats artist from Ghana. So that's going to be cool. Everyone drop me your emojis. How's your week been? Sum up your week in an emoji if you can. I want to jump straight in because I know a lot of fans are waiting for Leigh-Anne. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see. Is she here? There? Yeah. We're about to go live. Everyone drop your emojis. How excited are you? The lady says she's so excited for Leigh-Anne. Yeah, I hear that. How's everyone doing? I've just sent her the live. Leigh-Anne, can you see me? If you can hear me, drop me a message in the comments. Hey, Kanye Waves. Please, we're just so excited. Oral Culture will see you. All right, I've sent Leigh-Anne the request. I'm just waiting for her to accept. You can hear me, yeah? Can you see the request that I've sent you, Leigh-Anne? I sent a request. Let's see. Let's go. There we go. Add. That should come through now. Hopefully. I've seen her request. I've accepted it. We're just waiting. Someone said, I hope Lee's Wi-Fi is working. Yeah, same, to be honest. No, I thought I had to send a request. Oh, no, you did. All right, I'm going to send you another request. Let's see. No live. Let's go. I just sent one. Has it come through? Okay, let's see. People say, hello. Lee. I always say Leigh-Anne, but I'm seeing a lot of people are saying Lee. So it might have to be a Lee basis today. Real versatile. Each and every week, Real Versatile's here. We love it. Leigh-Anne, what are you saying? Saying it wasn't sent. Oh, no. Let's see again. Okay, let's go. All right, I've just accepted yours. Don't worry. We'll get there. All right, I've just accepted yours. Anything happening on your end? Wait, we will get there. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Remember, sum up your week with an emoji, please. Oh, yeah, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Robert Bruce. I'm a radio presenter at Capital Extra. I do the Monday to Thursday evening show, 7 till 10. And then on Saturday, I do the homegrown show as well, 4 till 7 p.m. Nothing happening. Oh, no. What? All right. Let me try one more time. All right, I've just sent you a request. Let me know.
Hey!
Are we in? I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Can you see me?
Not yet, but I can hear you.
Okay, I can.
Can you see me? Yeah, there we go.
Woo! All right.
We got there in the end. You're right.
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you. I like to give everyone a proper welcome and intro when they come. So right now in the live MOBO Lowdown and Lockdown, we have the amazing artist, singer-songwriter, multi-award winning, international superstar, record-breaking, Leigh-Anne Pinnock in the building from Little Mix. Everyone drop your claps in the comments for me, please. That's how we do it.
Guys.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not, well, I mean, yeah, as good as I can be. Everything, right?
Yeah. The past 2 weeks have just been so hard.
Heavy.
Like, yeah, heavy. Heavy is the correct word. Like, I've never experienced anything like this, like, at all. How have you been for everything?
Should we start at lockdown?
Yeah. Let's start at lockdown. How are you coping with lockdown?
Well, that feels like forever ago when that was announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like months, like 3 months.
Yeah, it's been long. All I know is I haven't had a haircut in like 12 weeks.
Oh, stop.
I promise.
Yeah, well, I mean, so bizarre, so weird. We just released a single as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was all really mad. And then I felt like I started to just enjoy just slowing down and doing nothing.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, get me back to work. I'm so done. Honestly, like, yeah, I'm over it now.
For
but
real.
We have kind of started like talking about going. Yeah.
Was there like a whole rollout plan and stuff?
Yeah, so everything's basically been pushed back.
Okay, yeah.
Or obviously we had to cancel the summer tour, which was, but it is what it is, I guess. And hopefully we'll be touring next year, so that's good. But yeah, everything's just kind of on hold, I guess, until.
Yeah.
But yeah, mad.
Has it? Or if you flip it though, has there been anything you've enjoyed about the lockdown?
Yeah, I feel like for me, just slowing down, breathing, and just actually not feeling bad about doing nothing. And spending time with my boyfriend. Like, I've never had this much time with him, like, ever. So yeah, that's been nice. And I'm
sure the title's fiance now. Yeah. I said, I'm sure the title's fiance.
Yes. My gosh, that is. Yeah.
So did that happen during lockdown? You got engaged? Wow.
Oh, so yeah, that's my good thing to come from this. Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget it. Gosh.
I can imagine. We're going to talk about everything happening now as well. But just for everyone that's in the live, I sort of wanted to build a picture of who is Leigh-Anne from pre-X Factor, X Factor 2, today, Little Mix, all of it. So like, what was life growing up like for you?
Oh, what was life like? So primary school, I'll start from the beginning. My primary school was predominantly white.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I had different racial slurs at me, and like,
really,
that was my beginning. But then I went into a secondary school that was multicultural.
Yeah.
So I never really kind of had to think about my race being something that would hold me back. Yeah, it wasn't until I was put in the group where it was like, that's when I started
really
things, and feeling it. And yeah, it is really strange kind of how I think as you grow up, you become more woke and you learn more. And I think that's kind of what happened with me, really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Especially in that mainstream media space as well, like, it's crazy. And what I'm going to ask you later on is, as much as it is on the front line, it's sort of behind the scenes as well, where there's not many people like you like that, if that makes sense.
Definitely. So yeah, I would definitely say I'm very underrepresented. My team, we only have one black woman working for us. She's mixed race. And the rest is white. So I feel like, very underrepresented. And even like going to like radios and like radio shows like that, and award shows, like, again, like being a black girl in the pop industry, I feel like I'm in like quite a unique sort of situation. And yeah, there definitely needs to be more diversity, 100%. And it can be lonely. It can feel really lonely. I mean, as well, like going on tour and things like that, like, there's not many people that I could speak about it with that would actually do it. I mean, I've had so many conversations with Jade about it, bless her. Like, I've been in absolute hysterics with her and like some of my dance stuff. But in terms of like a lot of people understanding how I felt, like there wasn't really anyone. So it was hard to kind of deal with that.
It's proper hard to do that in that space, especially where in a group, you always have to have the positive face on, if that makes sense. Whether it's appearances, radio, on stage, it's like on that level of mainstream media attention, you've always got to have that positive face on. So there must have been so much working internally, just like battling within yourself sort of thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely. So like, I just remember like the beginning years of Little Mix, me not understanding why I felt the way I did. Then questioning myself, am I not good enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not funny enough? Like, why do I feel this way?
Mm.
And then I lost confidence. And then on stage and performing, like, I wasn't performing to the best of my ability and my potential because of the confidence that I'd lost.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I was a different girl before I went on the X Factor, because I might have had people say, oh, you're not going to do it, you're not going to make it, whatever, but like, I was just me on my own, and I was that strong enough to be like, yes, I am. And I told everyone I was, and I told everyone I was going to make it.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden I was put into this group and just completely treated just differently, and like just not seen as on par as the others. So it didn't do very good things to me. And I even think now, like, how did I go 9 years without
saying anything? Yeah.
Having a bit of a meltdown sort of thing. Like, I feel like I've really kept it together and just kept going and kept going. But I feel like with that, I've just carried this pain and carried this sort of weight with me. So yeah, it's
so tricky. And like, even me myself, just being like a black boy in the UK, the conversations I've been having with my friends, and conversations I've been having with people that wasn't aware that anything goes on in terms of racism and stuff, is like, we have learned how to cope so long, and now everything's being brought to the forefront. Even for us, it's like, oh, it hurts to even talk about it. It's like, although that there's mass attention on race, which is good, like, I'm finding myself like, oh, this is painful to talk about. It's not easy to have a conversation and to spread awareness 24/7, because you now become the representative of everything black in the spaces that you go into. And that's so heavy to sort of handle, in a sense.
Definitely. And I think the more you read up on it, the more you educate yourself, the more you learn, the more obviously you're finding out about like what our history and like how people had to actually endure, and like you learn more about the system and how the oppression, it's disgraceful. And I know things now that I didn't know like a couple of years ago, and I just can't understand how I did not know about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this
is another thing though, and this is another thing that I've been telling people, because I'm black, I don't know all of black history because it's not taught. Like, what we've been taught through school is sort of the general basis of knowledge that we know. And some people will go and like learn extra further. Like, there's limitless amounts that you can learn. Some people will learn a little bit. Some people will just figure out how to survive in this system. So like, we're talking about painful stuff. We're relearning history that was never been taught to us, which is really a mockery. Yeah. And then we're trying to be on the front line, raising awareness and all of that all at once, man. It's proper heavy.
Yeah. I've had to kind of give like myself like one day off, then one day on learning again, one day off, like, because it is a lot. And I feel like there's like a sense of frustration as well, because like, why is it now people want to talk about it? Now all of a sudden the world's awake? Like, this has been going on for over 400 years. Like, so yeah, I think, I don't know about you, but I feel like a little bit frustrated in it. Like, I spoke about my experiences, I think it was last year. Yeah. I'd spoken about race before, but it always fell on deaf ears. And like, I spoke about some of my experiences. No one really cared. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because it is a sense of frustration at the same time. Like, thank goodness the world is finally talking about it, and we can make some changes. And
100%. And that's the stage we're in now. What I wanted to find out from you though, because even the way the group came together, say on the X Factor, that obviously wasn't your plan. So what was the switch up from when you first entered X Factor to you're now in this internationally successful girl band, which wasn't really the plan in the beginning anyway? Like, how old was you first of all, like 9 years ago?
So 2011 we won. I think I was about 18, 19. When
18, 19.
Yeah, something around there. But for me, like, because when I got put in that group, I was literally like, this was always supposed to happen to me. Like, this was my fate. And we'll always say that because me and Jessie shared a room at boot camp. And I met, then we met Jay, and it was us three. And then Jessie got put in a group with Perry, and then introduced her to me. And it was like, we kind of just started like grouping together. And then it was literally just fate. So yeah, I mean, I didn't care if I was a solo artist in a group, whatever. All I cared about was just being some sort of pop star and making it. And
yeah,
it felt very, very right to me when I was put in that group. And I've literally, amongst all of this stuff, I've had the time of my life, and I adore those girls so much.
Yeah. That's so cool. And what have been some of the career highlights? Because the statistics alone speak volumes in terms of what you've done, and hats off to you girls for the way you've been so successful and been so loyal to your fan base as well. But what have been some of the sweet moments of the journey so far for you?
There's been so many amazing moments, to be fair. When we won our first Brit, my ex, that was like, wow. Because then we won the Brit, performed, and then we flew to New York that night, to then Madison Square Garden the next night.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, I literally felt like, oh my god, on top of the world. Like, yeah, it was amazing.
So you got the Brit in there, the Brit in Madison Square Gardens.
Yeah. Also, our first trip to Brazil.
Okay.
Because we've got quite a massive fan base in the Latin American market.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we went. So we went to Brazil, and it was just, honestly, like, we felt like Justin Bieber. Like,
really?
It was ridiculous. So yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, we've had some really, really amazing highlights.
Loads. Yeah, loads and loads and loads. Even in the UK. What's the biggest crowd you guys have done? Do you know?
Oh, that's, I think, maybe like one of the stadium things we've done. So I feel like Summertime Ball Stadium, like
Wembley.
Yeah.
That's probably up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done some big crowds.
Yeah. And then aside from your race, because something I wanted to contrast as well is being a superstar has its own struggles of its own, if that makes sense. How was the life switch up for you? Was it sort of like this? Life is completely different. And what did you find hard about becoming so popular?
What did I find hard? I feel like you don't really get like a warning being put into the public eye. Like, you don't get like a written handbook on how to deal with it. You just kind of get thrown into it. And yeah, I think one of the hardest things was having like the chance to just say whatever they want to say about you. So like, when we was on the show, Twitter and Instagram was just kind of becoming a thing. At the time, it was more like YouTube comments. So like, you kind of read some of them, and yeah, and I think that's really hard, like learning how to kind of deal with that, trolling and things like that. Just horrible. And you're not equipped to deal with that. You just have to kind of put up with it. Yeah. So you learn to kind of build a thick skin, for sure.
100%. And it's interesting you say that, because nowadays, in the past like year and a half or so, a lot of people are starting to get pulled up for their old tweets and stuff. And obviously that would have been when things first started. And even in those old tweets, we're seeing how a lot of anti-Black narratives were pushed back then. That must have been so hard to balance, man.
Yeah, definitely. Wait, do you know, you cut out the beginning bit of what you said. Can you just say?
Oh, I was saying how a lot of people's old tweets are resurfacing, and you know, like, people are being outed for their old tweets, and there was a lot of anti-Black and racist messages at that point. So I couldn't imagine what it's like you seeing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, even recently, like, something came up about someone, yeah, and stuff that she'd said, and she didn't get no backlash from it. Like, she still got to perform at the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say who it is because I just don't want to do that. Well, I will eventually, but just not now. But I just think, like, it's actually disgusting. Like, it's so bad, and to have no sort of
repercussions,
yeah, from that, I just thought, really, yeah, that really annoyed me, to be fair. But yeah,
and that's the thing as well now. Like, if you're to speak up about that, you now become the loud, like, aggressive. These are the sorts of things that they say, sort of thing. And it's like, I'm not even fighting to be treated better than anyone else. I'm just fighting for equality. Do you know what I mean? And not to face discrimination, in a sense. How's it been like being a Black woman in the music industry?
oh yeah, I mean, for me, like, I've seen some things as well that have really, really annoyed me, like how they put Black people in a box.
Yeah.
Like you say, like the angry Black woman. If a Black woman just speaks on how she feels, and takes a bit of leadership, all of a sudden she's an angry Black woman. Like, it infuriates me. And I see it happening around me. But now I feel like I'm in a position with the whole world sort of now starting to take notice, that if I see anything else, like, I will say, no, that's not right. And
yeah.
And that's the whole thing of being anti-racist. Like, you have to call it out and you have to say, no, it's not right. Because chances are the person that said it probably actually doesn't think they're saying anything wrong. But it's racist and it is wrong, and they need to be called out for it. So, yeah. I also feel like, as well, especially in the UK, like, I feel like a lot of Black male artists are on the rise, but I don't see Black female artists on the rise.
Yeah. This is what I was going to say as well. And that all sort of plays into the colorism spectrum as well. Like, why, in your video, you was talking about it, Black women being marketable. Why are Black women not marketable if all the popular artists bite from the star, if that makes sense? And why do you think that is, from like your knowledge of the industry?
Not sort of, what's the word? Understanding taking the rhythm and leaving, and not taking the blues, basically.
Perfect. Yeah.
A lot of that. Even in the pop world, like, we're using bits of Black culture, but I'm looking around and there's no Black people. So how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. That's why I was saying that we do need more diversity within our workspaces, within the industries, because it doesn't for that to be happening.
So is it a case of it's because the way the system is designed? Like, I have these conversations all the time, and everyone who I have the conversation with sort of passes the buck. So, like, if I have it at radio, they'll say like, oh, streaming platforms are not supported. If I have it at streaming platforms, they'll say like, oh, this audience is not buying into it and stuff like that. Do you feel like there is a reason why Black females are not being promoted in the media, or the system that's in place before has sort of been there to take what we need and leave what we don't want, sort of thing?
I don't know. I feel like we support. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yeah.
I feel like we're supporting these Black female artists, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just starting from there just not being enough support, as in, like, why is the consumer not, are they just not listening? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a hard one.
From your perspective as well, what about in terms of like producers and songwriters? Do you see more Black people in spaces that's not front facing, or still no?
It's hard because I am in the pop world.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I feel like my experiences would be a lot different to someone like Miss Banks or Steph London, like, who are probably surrounded by black people, but like I haven't had that. And it's mad because I feel like I've literally just kind of got on with it and just kind of dealt with it, but it isn't right. It isn't. So I'm trying to think of producers and stuff that I work with. I actually feel like it is predominantly white. The producers
Still, even so. Okay.
I've worked with some black producers, but when I really think about it, yeah, it is predominantly white.
White as well. And talk to me about that though, being the black girl in the mainstream media space. So like you've mentioned it before, like even when you go to radio, it's like there's no one that looks like you, whether that's presenters, producers as well, because it's a side that people don't see.
Yeah.
What's it been like being you in that space, and has it got harder over time?
At the beginning, a lot of people would say to me, "Oh, like so." When I first started, I had a white manager, and she was always there for me. Absolutely love her, always there. But bless her, she never understood why I was crying to her all the time, and why I was saying, "Why am I the least favored? Why am I not hearing my name being screamed at? Why do I feel like I might as well not be here?" Crying to her regularly, and she didn't know what to say to me. Like, of course you're lovely, Anne. Like, don't be silly like that. No one thinks that. Like, and people, I don't know. I feel like I would get a bit of an eye roll sort of thing. Like, it's in your head. It's in your head.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as well with the race conversation, it was always quite an awkward conversation for a lot of people, especially in the white community. But yeah, I think as time went on, and it was only in the last 3 years, I feel like I've really become woke to it, and I know exactly what it is. And when I posted that video, I got quite a lot of messages from girls that had been in the same situation as me, so the black girl in their pop girl band, and said, "Oh, I felt exactly the same." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Like, it is not in my head. Like, I'm not losing the plot right now." And I'm, oh yeah. So it kind of gave me that sort of, right, I can breathe now, and I can kind of just sort of leave it behind. You know what I mean? That pain that I was talking about, and just move on and get on with it, sort of thing. But yeah, it was quite hard.
And then even saying leaving that pain behind, you sort of can and you can't. But because of your position in society, in the mainstream media, you would almost now be the go-to for people that want to talk about race issues. So like whether that's morning TV, how have your interviews since then been? Since you put out the video, how have the conversations been towards you since then?
I've been inundated. Is that the word?
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yeah, with requests and things. Like, I'm like, whoa. I don't feel like I've actually ever had this much interest in me as a person, ever. So I'm like, wow. But I mean, I'm doing this because I do want to see a change, and I've been so passionate about talking about race and racism for quite a while, and I really like. I'm using my platform because I want to make a change. And that's why I'm doing the documentary as well. So I feel like I'm here for that reason, and I'm going to continue what I can because it's 100%. Important.
And you got to be so brave as well. And I know you and the girls, you're a tight-knit family, but it's like, you know, there'll be backlash, and it's all of you. It's not just you, if that makes sense. How have they sort of supported and responded to you speaking about this sort of stuff? And how did you feel about even like doing the video? How did you get yourself to the point of doing the video?
It was my sister, actually. She was like, just do it. You have to say something. You have to do it. Because, I mean, I feel like even though I did touch on it last year, I went in on this video, and I just laid it all out. Just was so open. And I feel like you could, when I'm watch it back, I'm like, God, like, you are carrying a lot of pain. Like,
yeah,
I get my way. I can just about now talk about it without crying. Like, I had an interview, cried, and like, I want to overcome that though. I want to overcome it because I'm still that strong woman that has managed to just deal with it, and I'm not gonna just sort of sit back and just wallow in it. Like, I want to make a stand about it and actually make that change. So, or try and make a change.
No, you are daily. You are, which is sick. What's the documentary? Tell me more about the documentary. Pardon?
No, because it was actually, I shouldn't have said it because it hasn't really been announced.
Okay. Whoops. Hold on, you cut out there, but I assume that we've skipped past that. Yeah.
By the way, I was really bad again.
For me, it's sort of going in and out, but I'm catching most things to make out what you're saying. How's Leigh-Anne's Wi-Fi, everyone? And guys, you can ask me questions in the question box as well. Definitely going to be getting into fan questions. I got a lot to get through. I might even have to scrap what I was going to say and stuff. How do you find the marches?
Oh, wow. So overwhelming, so emotional. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I can't believe that so many different races, so many different ages are all coming together for Black lives. Like, it's just, wow, it was so emotional, but like just heartwarming at the same time. It was amazing to see.
When I was there was points where I had to sort of just step back and look at what's actually going on, because it's like, in my 25 years of living, people actually recognize a Black person, what it means to be Black, and all the stuff we've just sort of cracked on with. I found it proper overwhelming.
Definitely. Did you go to the one last weekend?
On the Sunday I went.
Yeah. It is, it's a lot to take in, isn't it? It's a lot to kind of like, but hopefully we're going to still see real change, and it will be different for the next generation, or for the generation coming up. It will be different for them.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do. How do you think we, first of all, you in your position, your fans, me in my position, how can we ensure that we bring change, if that makes sense?
I think you have to keep having those awkward conversations. Like, if you come across someone who makes a racist comment, or someone that you might not necessarily talk to race about, have those conversations with them, teach them, learn yourself, educate yourself, and keep the conversation going.
100%. And on a side note, with everything being so heavy, how do you step back and de-stress and relax? Because I'm sure life as a girl in Little Mix is hard anyway, but this is a different sort of heavy. How have you sort of looked after yourself?
You're gonna laugh at me.
Yeah.
But I've been playing The Sims.
You've been playing The Sims? It's okay, it's cool.
My day off involves just playing The Sims and sitting with my dogs.
No way. How many dogs?
2 dogs.
2.
Babies. I love them so much. Oh my God.
The Sims, yeah. Is that it?
Well, I cook as well. I love cooking.
Yeah. What's been your lockdown dish?
Well, we've been having barbecues like all the time.
Fair play.
So my boyfriend got my fiance. He just got a barrel made for us. It's like a proper jerk barrel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's banging. But what do I make?
What do you make?
I make a really good brown stew chicken.
Okay.
And I make a good... I made fried fish the other day, which was...
Nice.
banging. Yeah, I'm getting good, you know, proper good.
For real.
So,
Okay, so you haven't done too bad. You haven't done too bad at all. You're busy wedding planning yet?
yeah.
What do you think? Are you a big wedding girl or a small wedding girl?
What I am is bridezilla. I'm a bridezilla.
Really?
Yeah. Andre's just like, but he wants to invite the whole world to our wedding, and like, I'm nice and intimate. So it's clashing a little bit, which I knew would happen. I knew it because he's such a party people person. Where I'm like, I am, but I just want it to be like small and whatever. But I know I'm doing it in Jamaica though, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Now that would be beautiful.
Yeah. Oh wait, man. Excited.
And what about business? Because I know you've got your swimwear line as well. Do you
Yes.
get much? Has it been good to get more time to focus on other stuff?
100%, yeah. So we've been really busy actually, which is amazing because I think with everything going on, obviously with COVID, like we were really scared what was going to happen, but we've managed to do quite good. So yeah, we're so that's good, and it's just nice to have a baby, like something of my own to kind of just build and focus on. So yeah, we've got some new stars coming out soon as well, which is all very exciting.
Nice. When did you start? For people that don't know about the line, when did you start? What's been the journey of your fashion journey, actually?
So I've always loved fashion. Literally since I can actually remember, like I've always loved putting outfits together, even like in school, like loved it. And then when I got into the group, I kind of started like honing in on it more. And I've always loved swimwear. I probably owned about 1,000 bikinis. Like I was obsessed. So then I thought, you know, I'm going to start here because swimwear is my passion, and then kind of go on from there. Like eventually I want to have my own line, like clothing brand. But so I thought I'd start with swimwear, and yeah, it's going really good. So
good. Wicked. I've got loads of questions from fans that I need to ask you. Even if you sent me some before. So one of the first ones I had was, what has been your proudest moment so far?
Oh, proudest moment. Ooh, okay, I'll say something else. So as a group, we got a #1 in America. No, sorry, we got a top 5 album in America. It was our first album, and then we surpassed the Spice Girls and debuted at #1. Yeah, which was like, yeah, crazy. So I always remember that. And I guess starting my own brand as well. Like I didn't think that I would ever do something like that. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for doing that.
Sick. How do you balance your work and life?
So it's really weird because obviously now with lockdown, I've had to work at home. But normally like my home is like my safe haven, and I don't associate work, so it's a bit strange. But I feel like just coming home, getting into my pajamas, watching Netflix, cuddling my dogs, like that's just my chill time. And then being on the phone all the time as well. Like I'm really bad for always being on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just hard. I don't know, because I feel like I always have to be doing something, and I need to kind of learn to switch off from that, I think.
This will probably be the longest break you've had in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's crazy.
It's the longest I've ever not seen girls.
The longest you've ever not seen the girls?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I've got questions in here. Do you think you will ever write a song about your experiences with racism?
Oh. Yeah. Definitely.
That'll be a hard song to write. I've got more.
But
have you spoken to the girls about BLM?
Yes. Yeah, I have. I love how like I think we can all have, like, me and Jade have a lot of conversations about it anyway. like now we can kind of all have them together, so it will be good.
Sick. Someone asked, what have your experiences with makeup artists been like?
Oh my gosh, wow. So so I think it was Sweden we was in, and we had a makeup artist over there. And like my face was like white.
Really?
Like, yeah. And I had to go into my into the hotel bathroom and just take it all off, and it was just, oh.
No way. Does that happen often, or?
No, because we have our own makeup artist
now. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that was the moment that we were like, no, we have to have one that follows us.
Okay.
That was not good.
That's a big deal, especially with like pictures everywhere, videos everywhere.
Yeah, it no.
Mental. Someone says, what can I do to help the BLM movement?
Good question. I feel like it just comes down to, again, just educating yourself and just learning every day, learning about the systemic racism. I would say, again, having conversations with people that challenging racist views, and also, like, even on social media, like, keep reposting things, because I know that losing followers from it, and I think it's disgusting. And
that has been the worry of a lot of people. A lot of people have been outspoken and started to lose followers. I found, from what I was seeing, my white friends and white colleagues who have been outspoken lost more followers, if that makes sense.
Yes, yeah, I've seen that too.
Which is that's crazy.
It's awful. But if they don't want to follow you, then don't need them in your life anyway.
They're not the right people, for real. Random one. Netflix recommendations.
Oh my gosh, you know what I'm watching? Black Lightning.
No way.
But it's like one of those easy watches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and anything for now, I would say, I'll go on.
Did you do Money Heist at all?
Yes. Sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
Let me see. I've got loads of questions. A lot of people are asking to come to the wedding.
Oh. They want to get a flight to Jamaica.
If they want to get a flight, yeah. You already told us in Jamaica. What is your favorite Little Mix song?
I'm gonna say Touch.
Yeah.
What's yours?
So? Touch is mine, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest. Touch is mine. I got such a funny story to do with Little Mix. You guys, when you first, I think it was about the time when you first won. I don't know if it was on the Christmas like run-in, but you came to Romford, and I was there with all of our school friends. That was the first time I've ever seen like hysteria before.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it was right up the road for me. I was, what year are we talking? Maybe like 16, 17. But it's like how we would go home anyway. And it was like, Little Mix are out. So we just went. That's the first time I've seen hysteria like that. It's crazy.
Wait, how old are you?
25.
You're a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a grown man. I've got a beard and everything. No?
I'm old.
How old are you now?
Guess.
Okay, you said you were 18. I'll put you at 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28. That's the older two.
A little bit.
Let's see. What's your favorite song that you've written?
Good question. Oh, I think Joan of Arc.
Yeah?
That's on the new album, LM5. Yeah, LM5. Yeah, I'd say Joan of Arc.
Someone said, what do you think about starting a YouTube channel?
Oh. Well, I don't know. I've never actually thought about this. a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Maybe one day.
Okay, let's see. There's loads of questions, but some people have written so much I can't actually see what they've said. Someone said big up Romford. Who have you not collaborated with that you would like to collaborate with?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana.
Yeah, and Cardi B.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah. Sick. I'd like to see that happen for sure.
The Stormzy one was epic.
Yeah. That was crazy. It's funny
Yeah.
because I'm in the Capital Extra building, and whenever I hear songs on the Capital playlist, I was like, oh, rah, so it's over there now. And that was one that I heard a lot.
Wait, you play it?
Pardon?
You didn't play it? Capital
No,
Extra.
I don't think we played it at Extra, no.
You lot never play our songs.
But you get enough Capital love anyway.
It's important because obviously it gives the platform to Black artists, which is obviously really important. But I feel like we need to see it. It was supposed to come back this year, right?
Yeah, this year.
But yeah, is it still happening this year, or will it be next year now?
I think this year something will happen. More information will come out.
Yeah, because if you think like hip hop grime, it's taking over, like, and MOBOs is more important than ever at the minute. I feel like it. We definitely need that to come back. But yeah, it's really important.
Very, very true. Random one. If it wasn't music for you, what do you think you would have done? Was there ever anything else?
No.
Nothing else at all.
Well, there was, but I wasn't having any of it. Like, I would literally meet people and say to them, "I'm going to be a pop star," you know, like.
No way.
So sure that it was going to happen, and I feel like that's why I'm here, because I just kept putting it into the universe. But I was going to go to uni and do primary school education.
Okay.
And yeah, so do primary school teaching and then a PGC. But God knows why I wanted to do that. Like, I think I now like why.
You don't think you would have been a good teacher?
I think I would have been, yeah, because I'm quite sensible.
Yeah, fair.
Boring. But yeah, not for me.
All right, we've got this one. How was it working with Nikki?
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah.
What was that whole experience like?
Oh wow. So we'd always wanted to collab with her from the time we got put together. We said we want to collab with Nikki, and then we had the song, and then our label kind of made it happen for us. And then we met her and we performed it with her at the EMAs, which was just amazing. And we met her, and she was she was lovely and so cute, tiny, so like really short.
Really?
So beautiful. And yeah, she was really lovely to us. So, and she supported the song so amazing. Like she
because you hear about that sometimes. You like collab and they do the verse and it's gone. Like you don't hear from them again.
Yeah.
Was she proper active with it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, so supportive. All over her social media, yeah. So yeah, love her for that.
Have you ever written a song that was meant for Little Mix but then became too personal, so you sort of had to put in a drawer?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god.
All the time?
Yeah. So me and Jade wrote it.
Okay.
About my relationship, and that's all I'm gonna say.
And that's it.
Yeah. And
will you hear it one day?
I hope so. Yeah, because I feel like it's really personal to me. So I feel like, yeah, when the time's right at some point, I'll be able to maybe have that on my future at some point.
Nice. How are you feeling at the minute? That's a good question.
Yeah. Quite heavy and quite overwhelmed because I didn't expect that video that I did to go so far.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of touch so many people. Like you just don't know when things are going to kind of pick up like that, do you? So yeah, I feel very, very overwhelmed by the response. And like so many things have been coming in, and like yeah, amongst trying to kind of just deal with the situation that's going on in the world. Like it's just a lot for the Black community. I think I speak a lot of us say it's just heavy, so heavy.
Big time.
But I just think it's important to give yourself breaks and just look after your mental health, and just kind of, if you feel like you need to step back, then do it. You don't have an obligation to keep sort of being active on social media and things like that. Like you can just step back from it, because yeah, you just need to look after yourself.
Very important.
Yeah.
How much do you miss performing?
So much. Yeah. Like bad. Get me back
Is
on
that your
tour.
favorite part of the process?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Performing. But I like writing as well, because I feel like writing's like therapy, and yeah, I like that. But performing is like why we definitely to see all the fans.
Exactly. How do you feel about your fans and your fan love? A lot of them are in there today. There's so many questions I can't get through.
I can't even tell you how much I love them. Like it's unbelievable. So they're just the best fans in the world. They're so dedicated and just so for us, and they back us to the end. And yeah, they're just the best fandom ever.
Do you have any sweet moments with the fans? Like any meet and greets that you've remembered, or messages that you've remembered? Anything that really sticks out?
So when I was in Brazil, I have never felt so much love and just appreciation. Just like it was amazing. And obviously we feel that everywhere, but it was like I can't even put my finger on it. But I was speaking to a couple of fans, and then I just broke down, because from all like the things I mentioned about how I felt in the group, I didn't feel like that in Brazil.
Okay.
I was overwhelmed by it, and as I just, there's a video online, I just broke down. It was a lot. Yeah, so that I'll never forget that moment ever.
What is your fave song at the moment?
Fave song. I'm obsessed with Kalani.
Yeah. Have you been listening to the album?
Yeah. Obsessed with it. She actually messaged me, DM me for my video, and I completely freaked. Yeah, and started crying.
Really?
Because I just love her so much. Yeah, Kalani. I love Kiana Lede as well.
Yeah.
Love her. Division. Love Division.
Some strong names in there. Who else has got in touch since the video that you didn't expect to get in touch?
Well, Normani messaged me.
Yeah.
Said it on the comments. She said, "I am you and you are me." Because I was basically shared exactly the same experience.
Yeah.
In her group. So, well, I mean, as we're in the same sort of situation, that makes sense. So, yeah, I was really touched to kind of see that message, and a couple others as well. So, yeah, I love her.
That's cool. I want to get in as many fan questions as possible. Some people have written so much.
Oh,
yeah. Some people have written so. There's a lot of love in here. To be fair, a lot of people saying I love you. Yeah, which
I
is
love
cool.
you much. So much. I feel like don't we have like a couple minutes left? Isn't it like a lot?
Out. It goes super quick. It goes super, super quick. A lot of people are asking about this documentary. Is there literally nothing we can know?
It's coming, put it that way.
Okay, fair play, fair play, fair play. Your proposal story.
Okay. So it's basically our 4-year anniversary, and he set up like fairy lights, like a walkway of fairy lights, candles, and like an outdoor cinema.
Nice.
It looked so beautiful, and I was thinking, this is a lot for an anniversary. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I was watching the film, and then it cut out halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a book, and it kept opening and closing of like pictures of us, and our song started playing, and then it just said, "Will you marry me?" And then he was on one knee.
Oh, that's sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He really did well. Bless him.
No, that is nice. That's nice. We give him a 10 out of 10 for that one. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're almost coming to that. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry for the Wi-Fi. I'm really sorry.
Oh, it's cool. I feel like we've all got the message tonight, so it's cool, man. Definitely is cool. Before you go though, advice for one artist and for people overcoming difficult situations.
Advice for?
Or difficult. Advice for artists on the come up, and advice for people that are going through something or trying to overcome something.
Artists coming up, I would just say, believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Work hard, and just keep going, and then keep telling yourself every day that you're going to make it, and you will. And just don't give up, basically. And then for someone going through something, whatever it is, be strong. Just look after yourself, self-care, and just always look after your mental health, and it will get better.
See, thank you very much. Everyone, drop your clap emojis for me, please. Leigh-Anne from Little Vic, she's shared her heart with us today, and we proper appreciate you. We appreciate you being honest and open as well, because I know that's definitely very difficult to do. And we send you all the strength and love, man.
Thank you so
and
much.
Any way we can support. It was lovely speaking to you too. Any way we can support, let us know as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah? Cool.
Take care.
Enjoy The Sims.
I will. See you later.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
All right. Round of applause. Leigh-Anne